What's up, everyone? This is Betamax. My name is Fidel, and joining me, as always, is Eddie and Birdie. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hello.
So, before we get into the topic of this episode, I want to mention that I went to another concert. Actual, concert. I went to see this group called Card. You guys heard of them?
Sounds magical. Get it?
No.
It was a K-pop group. So, I'm not familiar with this world, at all. This type of music. The only stuff I know is because of Anna, she's
You
the
sounded
one.
so sci-fi right now, dude. I'm not familiar with this world.
But yeah, that's the only stuff I know is whatever, she's showing me or, stuff like that. And so, it was kind of last minute for me to go to this because she was going to go with her friends, but they ended up not being able to. So I ended up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were oh man, I want to go.
No, it was a last minute thing, but I mean, I was excited, I've never, because it's something new, I was going into this as okay, I want to observe this, I was the tallest person there.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Were you dunking on everybody?
Just dunking on everybody. So it was at the Wiltern in LA, and it was seated. The whole place was seats.
Is that where we saw
Jawbreaker?
Jawbreaker? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So on the floor, it was all seats. All seats everywhere. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm down because I'm tall, and when we're standing, I didn't want to be blocking somebody's view who's there because they know who they're seeing. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I'm going to just stay sitting the whole time, which I did. Okay, I've never experienced anything like this before in my life. It was insane. The only thing I can compare it to is seeing the boy band craze on MTV with NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
So there was that.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, dude. It was deafening in there.
Did it smell like fish in there?
Actually, it was really cool and cold in there. They kept the AC blasting. So, but dude, the yells were deafening.
Really?
It was insane, and people with signs, oh, I love you, or
Really
felt like a wrestling match back in the day.
Oh, in a way, it was just I couldn't help but just be kind of
So it was a real boy band.
Oh yeah,
fucking
dude.
Craze.
Yeah, I had to plug my ears because people were just yelling so fucking loud. I couldn't even hear the group. It was fucking nuts, dude.
That sounds scary.
And they were the only act. There was no opening act.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and so they performed. They started at 7:30, and they would do a couple songs, and then they would interact with the crowd. Because one of the members, they're from South Korea. One of the members is from LA, so he spoke English. So he was interacting.
Was he
with
the only
crowd.
one talking?
No, the other members would talk to, but they had a translator. And then the English speaking member, he translated sometimes too.
Oh, so he would talk for everyone?
In a way, yeah. But they would be on the one of the members, I guess, had just come back from the military in South Korea, and so you could tell.
They have to do the mandatory.
Yeah, and you could tell the way he speaks with people, and then what he was saying, the translator was oh, I'm very grateful, thank you for all the energy, we love it, thank you for accepting us, and stuff like that. Very polite. While the English speaker is you guys ready to party? So it was very interesting to see that dynamic, but it was just insane to see because I grew up watching MTV and seeing that boy band craze on TV.
The Backstreet Boys versus NSYNC
and I'm a fan of Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, so it was awesome to see that.
I'm not saying anything, dude.
Yeah, shut up.
I'm turning a new leaf. I don't talk shit anymore.
Hey, Eddie hates pop music, but it was actually a very entertaining show. I was a little afraid that I wasn't gonna enjoy it, but it was fucking tight, dude. The energy was insane. It's nothing I've ever experienced. Even from a hardcore show, I mean, hardcore shows are pretty high energy, you know, like very active. You
Was
know?
there any mosh pitting going on?
Just a lot of people with wailing their arms, like flailing the arms, yelling.
No mosh pits.
No mosh pits.
Oh, okay.
No mosh pits. Yeah.
You should have just fucking crowd killed in there.
Just crowd killed everybody.
They would have had security trying to get your ass out.
Fucking New Jacks. Just
Get his ass out of here.
welcome to LA, pussy.
Oh yeah, bitch.
No, but dude, like, then they did this thing where they checked like the decibel levels of the screaming. So like they would like encourage people to get fucking loud.
Really?
And they had like a decibel meter. And
Oh shit.
it got up to like 126, I think. Which I don't know. Like, I guess the world record is 150
Oh really?
of like loudness.
Damn, that must have been pretty loud then.
Dude, like, it was. I'm telling you, like, I had to plug my ears. It was fucking loud, dude.
Wow.
But that was definitely a very interesting experience. The merch line, like, once they were over, we immediately went because Anna wanted to get some shirts. So we went, and luckily there wasn't that many people once we got in line. But once we got out of line, that line was insane. It was ridiculous. It was like out of the building. Yeah, we got some shirts.
You got a shirt?
Oh, no. Like for myself?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, come on, dude.
All they had was...
I would have made fun of you, dude.
Hey, fuck you, homie. All they had were one black t-shirt design, which had like the tour dates.
Yeah.
And the band logo.
Yeah.
And then a hoodie with the same design. Nothing in my size.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Oh, that's understandable.
Yeah, so... I would have been down. Even if they had like little trinkets or something, you know, like souvenirs, I would have gotten something. But that's literally all they had.
Man, I would have got that hoodie for sure. Fuck Eddie.
But no, it was definitely, I had a lot of fun. It was interesting to be in like an environment like that I've not used to. Like I said, the energy was insane. It was infectious. Like I couldn't help but like smile and like even bob my head to like songs. I had no idea what they were fucking saying, you know?
So would you say that this crowd was like the most hypest crowd you've ever been in?
Yeah.
Like, damn, these fuckers love, like every single person in here loves this shit.
Yeah.
And they're like 100% about it.
Oh, yeah.
And they're getting their money's worth by like, you know, like getting into it.
Yeah.
You know what? That says a lot because you don't see that in like any hardcore shows or punk shows.
Not really.
That's
not
sad.
to that level.
That's fucking sad, dude.
It's just I don't know shit about K-pop, but I know they have diehard fans.
It's diehard fans.
They're like committed.
Yeah.
It still sucks though.
It was tight, dude. Yeah. I understand why you don't like it because you don't like R&B in general.
Yeah.
And a lot of people.
Yeah, you listen to a lot of boring shit.
Some. I like Joji.
I was about to say you like Joji.
Yeah, you like boring shit.
You think Joji's boring?
Hey, Joji's tight.
Yeah.
No, but I like R&B, and a lot of people like when they hear the term K-pop, they kind of think like bubblegum pop, you know. But this was like R&B shit.
I've heard maybe like 1 or 2 K-pop songs in my life.
Like, what did you think?
It's catchy. It's catchy pop music.
And you like R&B, right? Like,
yeah.
Would you say you like 90s, early 2000s R&B?
Yeah.
I think you would like this group.
Okay.
Because they have that vibe. I mean, you're not gonna really understand. They have some songs in English. They even have a song in Spanish. Like, which was insane, but I enjoyed it.
Tight.
I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I liked the energy a lot. Like it didn't feel like I didn't feel like an outsider, you know?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it was cool. I had a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm gonna take Eddie to keep up.
I'd probably fit in. I'd probably look like it belonged there.
But yeah, and like the crowd was even pretty diverse too. Like a lot more I guess men than I thought I would see there. And like even like Mexicans.
Why would you think that, you misogynist?
Yeah. No, and even like a lot of Mexicans. Well, I mean it's LA, so.
Why would you think that, you racist? I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
Yeah, I'm racist. Betamax exclusive for those racist.
Cancel Betamax. We're finally getting famous.
That's how you know you've made it when you've been canceled. Damn.
I'm gonna drink my water, dude.
But yeah, I just wanted to mention that and express my I guess enjoyment of it. It was fun. I would definitely go to another one of their shows. It was tight. And then one of the girls, because they did like this little intermission thing where they kind of went off stage and showed a video. like a music video, and then they each came out and did like a solo. And one of the girls came out and she did a song, and it was
Oh, it was an all girl group.
no, it was 2 girls, 2 guys.
Oh, in the group.
Yeah, so
Oh,
4
that?
people total.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
For some reason, I thought it was like 6 South Koreans and 1 like American dude.
no, 3 South Koreans, 1 American.
Oh.
But I think the American guy, he lives in South Korea. I think that's why he's
Okay.
because he was saying how like he's happy to be home and see his family and stuff.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, but the one of the girls, she came out and did her solo, and the song was really good. I was like, man, this is fucking tight. Like, even though I couldn't understand what she was saying, but it was really good. And then I come later to find out, Anna told me, I guess it was a cover song. It was like a Chris Brown song. So I was like, fuck Chris Brown, but
Oh, hey, he's tight.
no,
You don't think so?
I don't like Chris Brown as a person.
I wasn't saying that.
Yeah, cancel Betamax. Birdie likes Birdie likes abusers.
I do.
No, but it was cool. It was cool. Like I said, I would do it again. I would go again. It was tight.
That sounds cool. It sounds really fun. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a lot of fun. And then for it to end, it ended like at 9:30.
Man, that sounds so much fun, dude.
Right? Like,
Yeah, that sounds like, man.
yeah, because I was kind of dreading the lateness of the possible lateness of it ending, because I had to work the next day.
Yeah.
And it was in LA, so I was like, oh fuck! Like if it ends at 11:30, I probably won't get home until like 1, and I got to get up like at 6 to start getting ready to go to work. But no, it was over 9:30, so it was cool. But yeah, I also wanted to mention a couple. I have watched a couple things too that I wanted to mention real quick before we got into it.
Yeah.
I finally watched Day Shift on Netflix.
Oh, the vampire movie.
Yeah.
The Jamie Foxx movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jamie Foxx and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Have you've heard of it, Eddie?
I don't know what that is.
No. Okay. So
It's a movie.
Sick.
it was on Netflix. It was okay. It wasn't anything great. It was a lot of fun. You know, it kind of
Is it a movie or is it a show?
It's a movie.
Okay.
No. It kind of gave me the vibe of like a late 90s action comedy. Like, I feel like if it came out in like 98, 99, it would have done huge numbers at the fucking theater.
Is it a comedy?
Yeah. Yeah. Dave Franco's in it. He's the comic relief in it. He kind of plays like the bumbling office guy, like, I don't want to be out in the field hunting vampires. Like, so he gets into these hijinks and shit, like pisses his pants, stuff like that. Like, but it was entertaining, you know. It is what it is. It's not like a fucking amazing movie, you know. But I thought it was fun.
It sounds like a pretty basic movie.
Yeah, it is based like nothing too great. But yeah, I saw that, and then I finally saw Nope.
Oh, did you? I think I'm the only one out of the 3 of us that hasn't seen it.
Yeah, I was discussing it a little bit with Eddie, but I don't know if you guys would want to do like an episode.
I haven't seen it.
I know, but like eventually, like maybe do an episode talking about it, or
depending on how I feel after I watch it.
Okay.
Because if I find it that interesting, then yeah. But if I like feel the same way I did about Us, I'm probably just gonna like, if you guys want to talk about it, you can. But I'll skip out on that one.
Okay, but yeah, so that's all. You guys watch anything recently you want to mention real quick, or even listen to something new before we get into?
No, I watched Last Night in Soho.
Oh, I saw. I don't think. Oh, he mentioned it. I don't think I've seen that one yet. So that's Anya Taylor-Joy, right?
Yeah. And,
okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
And the chick from Jojo Rabbit, the Jewish girl that was hiding.
Yeah.
Her. I liked it. I thought it was cool.
That one's Edgar Wright?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, that guy's... For me, that guy still has yet to make a bad movie.
Are you seeing Scott Pilgrim, dude? That movie's fucking terrible.
Eddie's fired. What about you, Eddie? You want to mention anything before we get into the topic?
I haven't really seen anything.
No?
I don't think so. Oh, wait. You did meet...
What?
We saw Rumblefish.
Oh, yeah, but you told me you watched that one before already.
Yeah, but... Watch Rumblefish.
Yeah, Eddie had invited me over, and like we were just chilling, and then he was like, "Oh, do you want to watch a movie?" And then I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then like he was like, "I want to put something on that you haven't seen," and then he put this movie on, and dude, like, I didn't know they made movies like that back then. I mean, I knew they were making movies, but I had no idea this movie was like an actual, like, it was like a mainstream release, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Because Francis Ford Coppola made it,
Okay.
and yeah, it had like a studio backing it up and shit. Like, so it was like, you know, it was on the level as far as like major studios behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess for some reason it just didn't, like, it wasn't like a really popular release, was it?
I think it got overshadowed by The Outsiders.
There you go.
Oh, it came out around the same time.
The Outsiders came out a year before this movie, and they literally filmed it like within months of each other. They even had the same actors. A lot of the same actors come in.
Yeah.
And to me, Rumblefish is just a million times better than The Outsiders.
Okay.
Everything about that movie, especially what's the main character's name? The motorcycle boy. What's it?
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke. Yeah.
Mickey Rourke.
Oh, okay.
He plays one of my favorite characters like in cinema history, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like this, like.
Isn't this the movie, like, people always take like pictures of him from this movie and talking about how like handsome?
He's handsome. Yeah, dude, he's a good looking guy.
Even his voice, like his voice is like, he sounds like an angel, dude.
Yeah, it's not like all raspy and
No,
shit.
like he sounds like,
He's really soft spoken.
Yeah.
He's like really wise.
Yeah.
Like you could tell he's been through some shit, you know, and
Yeah.
just everything he talks about, man. When he's on screen, he just steals. Like, I don't know, man. I don't want to give anything away. Just if you like it's really slow. There's not much of a plot. It just takes place like in a day or so, and it's just them going around the neighborhood.
That's like that movie Rumblefish is like a number one prime example for me for a movie that just like is like an endangered species of a movie. Like,
it's super artsy.
Yeah,
it's
like
black
they
and white.
do not make movies like that anymore, like at all. But it's one of those movies where like every scene they shot, like every location, like everything was like paid attention to like how that window looked, to how like smoke was coming out of a vent, to how like the footsteps were sounding and how that gate looked in the background, and like how that character was gonna end up at that gate, you know, like it was just like everything. You could tell Francis Ford Coppola was like planning everything out. He wasn't just like, let's just find like a cool dirty alleyway and just shoot it.
Yeah.
Like I could tell like he was like, okay, I found a dirty alleyway, but I want to like walk it. I want to look at it. I want to like, you know, can you set this up right here?
Yeah.
You know, like how far can we get the camera guy to walk this way? You know, like everything, dude, like everything in that movie was like getting paid attention to a lot.
And just everything is so dramatic.
And you own it? You have a physical copy of it?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know if it's streaming?
I don't know if it is.
I don't think it is.
No. Yeah, I gotta check it out.
Highly suggest it.
Yeah, like that. Who was that? What's the other character's name? Or
Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I fucking love Matt Dillon.
Dude,
especially like young Matt Dillon.
Yeah, and this is like prime Matt Dillon.
That's crazy because he was also in Outsiders.
Yeah. Well, like Eddie said, they had a lot of the same actors in this movie.
This was actually Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, it was
Nicolas
like
Cage, his first movie.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And he looked like a fucking
like
pretty,
a full set of hair.
Yeah.
Like,
oh shit.
He had like a fucking like nice looking slick back, like big pump of hair. Like his eyes were like blue, and you could tell they were colored eyes, even though it was black and white.
Yeah.
Like it was, and like what's Francis Ford? Sophia.
Yeah.
Coppola.
Yeah.
Was in it. She plays like a little sister that's like has a crush, like an innocent crush on Matt Dillon's character.
Oh, okay.
But it like Matt Dillon's like dating her big sister.
Dude, her big sister's a hottie too.
You thought she was hot?
I think she's cute, dude.
Yeah.
She comes out in The Outsiders too, and she's fucking hot as hell in that.
Is she like a known actress? Or?
Yeah, it's Superman's mom in Man of Steel.
Oh, Diane Keaton?
Yeah.
Or Diane Lane?
I don't know.
One of the Dianes.
I don't know.
I think it's Diane Lane.
I don't know, but she plays Superman's mom in Man of Steel.
I think it's Diane Lane.
Yeah. But just very quick about one thing that separates us from like The Outsiders, like every character just represents something. Like you can read into it, and there's like you can YouTube it, and you can break down like what each character stands for and this and that. Like there's even like theories on it, like on Matt Dillon's like best friend in that, like how he is not even real. And like when they start breaking down, like that makes so much sense.
Are
Like,
you talking about Nicolas Cage's character?
no, that's no the one that's like the complete opposite of him. Like he doesn't like fighting. He's like
the
smart
nerdy guy.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh.
Like they were just like saying that it's just his like other half, like his good side, like trying to talk sense into him.
Man, that makes
like his conscience.
Matt Dillon's character is kind of like an idiot in this.
Yeah.
Like he just wants to fight, and like he's just like he's not smart. Like
Yeah.
you know, he loses his girl because of all the shit he does, and it's just I don't know, man. Like once you start looking up theories, like movies like this become so fun, dude, because like you can find out stuff and you're like, oh man, I'm never gonna see this movie the same again. You know? So look into it, man. It's a good movie.
Yeah,
it's beautifully shot, black and white,
Yeah.
so gorgeous.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, like it's like, like put your phone away though.
Yeah.
You know, because definitely a slow movie. So there's gonna be times in the movie where you're gonna be tempted to like, what time is it? You know, or like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Get immersed into it.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that's how it
definitely.
was when we were watching it. Like,
Yeah, I don't fuck around, dude. Like
yeah, like
you can't like in my room really. But,
yeah, because it's so noticeable because it's so dark.
yeah.
So it's definitely one of those like you feel like you're in a theater.
His room.
Yeah, because it's like if you go to a theater, it's so black in there. The only
Yeah.
thing keeping the room lit is the screen.
Yeah.
So when you notice another person bringing another screen into the room,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It
Yeah.
becomes like obnoxious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
Oh.
it. I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do it to yourself when you're watching the movie.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm like, oh, what the fuck, man?
But
Nah, I'll check it out. I definitely gotta check it out.
yeah,
You brought it up to me before. I just haven't. I don't watch your suggestions.
I know, dude. You really don't.
you don't watch any of our suggestions, dude.
Yeah, I do. So sometimes. Hey, suggest Marvel movies and I will watch.
Fuck, dude. That was pretty good.
All right, so we wanted to talk about some, I guess, albums that we really liked. Maybe have you guys check them out if you're interested. But yeah, we used to do this thing called crate digging.
Oh, is that what this is?
Sort of. Where
Is it or is it not?
No.
Okay.
Sort of. No. Like I'm not gonna call. It's not gonna be called crate digging.
But we're just talking about music.
Like music that you like or what you're listening to right now that you think you would like want to share. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I'm taking it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So like when we were talking, when Eddie had brought up the idea of doing this episode, I was like, okay, an album immediately came to mind for me. But then as I was sitting with it, another one came to mind. And I was like, okay, I don't know which one I want to do. But I've officially, as of this moment, have decided which one I want to do. But before I get into it, I want to know Eddie's.
Mine's gonna be a long one, dude.
That's fine.
Let's have Birdie go first.
No, you go. I'm sick of this.
It's gonna be fucking all right. All right, you guys. I wrote down
Damn,
notes.
dude. You fucking wrote on a piece of paper. Damn.
All right, do you want me just to do mine then?
This is gonna be depressing.
Do
as
yours.
fuck, dude.
Do yours.
Yeah.
And then I'll go last because mine's fast. Like it's just.
Just do yours then if it's fast.
No, you go.
This is what happens when you don't structure shit beforehand. That's fine.
All right.
All right,
Scratch my
I'll
shit
just
already.
do mine.
All right, go.
So, like I said, an album immediately came to mind, especially because they recently celebrated an anniversary for the album, and the album I'm talking about is "Color Me in Kindness" Basement. So that one came to mind. And I was like, oh yeah. So I put it on. I was listening to it. I was like, yeah, this is cool. You know, like I know Eddie and Birdie like this band album also, and I was like, yeah, like this would be cool to talk about. But then I was like, no, we all like it. Like I just.
You want to do something interesting?
Yeah, I was like, I want to do something that kind of is
Like-
more can bring more talking points out, you know. So then I was trying to think of something else, and then this specific band popped in my head, and I was like, I don't know if I like this band anymore, but I remember liking their first album when it came out when I was in high school, And it's a band I know both of you don't like. But I put the album on and I was like, I still like this. Like it's a little cheesy, and especially like I would consider them like a gimmick band, but the album I'm talking about is called Beyond the Valley of the Murder Dolls by Murder Dolls. Bernie immediately started shaking his head. Are you guys familiar with the band?
I think like I noticed them. Like they were popular like in middle school, right?
Well, for you, I was in high school. I was like in 9th, 10th grade.
Okay, so I remember hearing them a lot about it in middle school because I used to watch that show Uranium.
Oh, Fuse or MTV2?
One of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to watch that show Uranium, especially because I had a crush on that chick, dude.
Oh yeah.
I forgot her name.
I know who you're talking about though. I think didn't she do an interview with like System of a Down and like got into an argument with them?
It was just really awkward because the guitarist was like high or something. He just kept talking about getting head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's
and
right.
she was like, "You're cool," you know, like you're being lame right now. And like when you rewatch that interview, dude, it's like, man, that guy sucks. But he's really good at guitar.
But you're familiar with the band though, like you know who they are.
Yeah. Because they're like their marketing for like their albums or their music videos would always creep me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd always be like, damn. But then when I would listen to them, I'd be like, nope.
Nope. What about you, Eddie? You know who the band is?
No, I've never heard of them until like a year ago.
Oh, really?
Because you showed me them. You're like, you never heard of this band? And you played them, and I thought it was the most stupid thing I've ever heard.
See, like I knew.
Yeah.
Like I knew. You...
Is that the band that you told me Slipknot's drummer was? Like?
Joey. He plays guitar.
For them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Well, it's him. He found like he made the band. It was him and this other guy. I don't even know his real name, but he goes by Wednesday 13. Like it's both of them, and
Damn, he's so cool.
But they have like that first album especially has that like horror aesthetic where there's like they talk about horror movies most of the time. Like they have a love song to Reagan from Exorcist, and so I was like listening to it and I was like, I actually still like this. Like the lyrics, I don't know, it's very cringy to me, but it's just I can't get over how much I actually like the music aspect of it. And I started thinking about how like, do I like this because of the nostalgia, or is this actually good to like my ears, you know? And I feel like it's actually good. Like if to actually sit down, I was actually sitting down listening to it, and even though it has some aspects of music that I don't like the whole glam rock shit, I don't like that shit. But I was listening to it and I was like, it was kind of hyping me up. I was like, you know what, I like this. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm like drawn to it, but it's like entertaining me. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they were doing it very well because you can even hear like some horror punk aspects to it, like very Misfits inspired, you know, but kind of doing it in like a glam rock type of way. Mm-hmm. But then I started thinking about like that whole gimmick of like horror movie music, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. Who do you guys think, like, besides the Misfits, who else does it good? Like, and legitimately good?
Because the Misfits were like, they were like in their own genre of like horror punk.
Yeah.
And this is like a metal band, right? Or a new metal band?
Well, they're considered like metal, like rock and roll metal, like heavy metal.
Because I think the only other like person that was considered metal that did that I knew of was like Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty much it.
But like, do you know? So you don't know of any other like bands that do like this kind of like, I guess that have a gimmick and are successful.
But it had to be metal, right?
No, just any music.
No.
As far as I'm concerned, the Misfits are the only band
like that do it successfully.
That it didn't come out cringy or like too cheesy.
Are there any other bands though?
Yeah, dude.
That's what he's asking.
Yeah, there's not good.
Like, what other bands though?
There's a million of them. Like the whole psychobilly thing is because of
yeah, there you go. I thought that was going somewhere.
Psychobilly
You're right,
is cringy,
you're
dude.
Right, yeah. Oh wow, I forgot about that genre, dude.
You're lucky.
Dude, I remember that genre was like really popular in high school. But I remember being like, man, the music sucks, but the chicks are hot, dude.
What are some psychobilly bands? I don't know too
Like
much.
the Necromantics.
Yeah.
I know who
the Tiger
Necromantics
Army?
are.
Yeah, there you go, Tiger Army.
Tiger Army would be considered psychobilly?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Have you seen them?
I legitimately like their first 2 albums. I think it's the first
Like, have
2.
you seen them?
I've never seen
Like,
them.
dude, they have the whole stand-up bass too, and like the pompadour.
Well, I mean, there's rockabilly and then there's psychobilly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I always just put them like rockabilly. Like,
Isn't it the same shit though? Isn't psychobilly just like
similar.
faster or something?
it's just horror themed,
Oh, okay.
pretty much.
oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know. I never liked rockabilly or psychobilly. The whole horror thing is just so cringy to me, dude. The only other band that I can say that I can listen to, and they only released one thing, and I'm like, they had it right.
I know who you're gonna.
Madmouth.
Yeah.
Madmouth is fucking awesome, and they only released like what 5 songs,
Yeah.
and I'm like, they're the only band aside from the Misfits. Like, I love the Misfits, but they had a time, they had a purpose, and they did their thing. And I'm glad Glenn Danzig left when he did, because he, like, if you listen to the Misfits,
He was in Madmouth?
No, I'm talking about the Misfits.
Oh.
The reason he left is because Jerry only wanted to keep doing like the more like cheesier stuff, and like Glenn just wanted to just do more brutal, like horrible shit, like, you know, lyric wise. Because you listen to like, don't like, aside from like the big hits like Last Caress and all that, like listen to like other songs from the Misfits, and they have brutal fucking lyrics. Talk about like fucking stabbing people and like, and it's a lot of like a tongue-in-cheek type of thing, but they had it right, and it never came off as like cringy.
Yeah.
And I think Madmouth was going down like a similar path, but they did it right, where it didn't, like, they sounded so good, they had the image, they had everything, and like, man, I'm so bummed that that's a, what do you call it, a super group too, right?
I think it was just 2 people, wasn't it?
I know someone from Mind Eraser was in it.
Yeah. Justin Detour, I think. I don't know how to say his last name.
I don't know, but yeah, it's weird because like I was thinking about that too. Like super groups, like whenever it is a super group, they always play something like that's so like not related to like what they're usually known for.
What about Amigo the Devil? His first...
you know what? I just thought of one that I was like, I never heard of them until like my homie was like, bro, this band's playing at in Fullerton. Remember that venue in Fullerton?
Which one? The Riff House?
Yeah, the Riff House. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this band's playing at the Riff House. Like, bro, we gotta see him. Like, we can listen to them on the way, so you know who, like, what to expect. I remember listening to them. He put like a CD, and like we were driving to the Riff House, and I was like, oh, it's pretty cool. But then when I got there and they played, I was like, this is so fucking tight, dude, and I became a fan right away. Ghoul.
Oh, okay.
Ghoul. Yeah. Like that band is like, because a lot of their songs too are like horror themed.
Isn't it members of Dystopia?
Dino was their drummer.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know who else they had in there, but that's the only notable person
Yeah.
that I. But a lot of their songs too, like one of them's called like Trip to Transylvania or some shit like that. But they had like their own characters too. Like Dino was like a certain character, the guitarist was, and like, did you guys ever get to watch that band live?
I think, didn't they play what's that one fest that got canceled and they ended up moving it to the Riff House? Do you remember? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
I remember seeing what's the other band that's like associated with Dystopia? There's another band besides Ghoul.
Newsgrush? Crush?
Newthgrush.
Newsgrush?
Okay, so it must have been Ghoul then, because I did see them play there at the Riff House, and I remember somebody being like, "Oh yeah, like there's a member of Dystopia in this band."
Yeah, because that's the only other band that I can think of that did the whole horror theme.
Yeah.
That I was like, this is tight, dude. And they were heavy. Like, they were a heavy band. Like, definitely didn't even sound cheesy at all.
So you wouldn't think it was like came off as, oh, well, you just said no, it wasn't cheesy.
Yeah, no. Like, and they never did, like, and they did stuff that you'd be like, that's corny, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Because they're in their live shows, like, in between, like, songs, they would, like, talk to the crowd, like, in character.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, we just came from the hills of a graveyard. Like, they would talk like that, dude. They were like, you guys never seen him live?
I've never even heard of that band.
No? Yeah, that band's fucking sick, dude. But, like, I got to see him live, like, a handful of times because of my homie. He became such a big fan.
Yeah.
And he would always hit me up and be like, bro, let's go. Because he, like, had a DUI, so he couldn't drive.
Oh.
So he'd always hit me up and be like, we gotta go. And I'd be like, all right, I'll drive you, dude. But yeah, that band like is another band that's like fuck that fucking band rules, dude.
Well, what about Amigo the Devil? Like his
I don't think he's horror themed.
first releases.
Oh,
You wouldn't say
it's
horror
like
themed?
serial killer inspired, but it's not.
I would say it's dark themed. You know.
That's true.
Like
That's true.
because
I'm talking about like super like cheesy like I don't know, dude. Like to me, his music's not really cheesy.
Guar.
Are they horror themed?
Yeah, look at him. I've honestly like I've listened to Gore a few times and I think that shit sucks, dude.
You didn't like Guar?
I mean, I've seen him live and I thought it was cool, but I'm like, yeah, this is not something I would.
I just
ever
like
listen
looking
to.
up YouTube videos of them. That's it. But
Just
like,
dumping blood on people.
yeah, but yeah, their music I wasn't like. I was like, whatever.
I actually never like sat down to listen to their music, so I don't
They
know.
were also pretty popular like in middle school, and then like I also caught like an interview that chick I had a crush on, like
Yeah.
interviewing them, that uranium shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. No
Yeah.
other band, Rob Zombie maybe.
I don't know, man, but
Rob Zombie wasn't cheesy with it either.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, like listening to this album, like I know you guys don't like it. I just like I liked it. Like I thought it was like it was a little hard for me to get back into it listening to his vocal style because it like I don't know, I couldn't like it's a little cringy to me. But I mean, once I got past that, I was like I actually really enjoyed it. And then it's crazy because like there's like this whole controversy within the band right now. Not a controversy, but like a dispute, because like the original creators were Joey Jordison, who like has passed away, and Wednesday 13, and I guess one of like the previous members.
Oh, Wednesday 13 passed away too.
No. Wednesday 13 still alive.
Oh. Okay.
But one of the previous members, he's like doing like this anniversary thing where he's doing like a meet and greet. And I guess they left on bad terms. So there's like this legal dispute on if he's allowed to use the Murder Doll's name.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a big old thing. It's just crazy that came up as I decided like I wanted to talk about this.
Mm.
But yeah, it got me thinking about like the whole gimmick thing.
Okay, that's cool.
But yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you guys about that. But anybody who's
I think the whole gimmick thing could work.
Yeah.
I just think the whole horror gimmick is like overplayed and it's just like everyone tries to look the same and sound the same and I'm just like, dude, this was done in the fucking early 80s and you're still trying to.
Yeah, but I feel like the only way to really pull that shit off is just like having fun with it. I think that's why Ghoul to me was so like, fuck, this is tight, because they were having fun with it. They didn't like take it too serious.
Yeah.
Because like I said, in between songs, like during live sessions, like they wouldn't get all serious and like get on the mic and be like, you know, this next song's like they would have fun, dude. Like I tell you, they would talk like all stupid, like we're driving over to this graveyard at the moment. It was like, so I think like in order for you to pull off that genre, you have to have fun. Like you have to really like not take yourself serious.
You know who took themselves way too serious? When I saw the original Misfits, dude.
Who, Danzig?
That was the scariest show I've ever been to. I'm not even kidding, dude. Like I remember me and Hector were there, front row, and like there was a point where we were like separating because this shit got fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
And like our hands were like grasping each other's, like we were trying to hold on for dear
Damn,
life,
that's
and we just like our fingertips just like slipped off each other, dude.
Damn, I'm making a movie about that now.
No, dude, but they're fucking brutal, dude.
Yeah.
Like they're so old, but they're like machines, dude. They're so.
Dude,
buff.
Doyle's fucking.
So is Jerry though. Like,
yeah.
If you look at Jerry, that fool's shredded, dude.
Shredded.
But yeah, dude, they're brutal.
Well, yeah, that was my talking point. That's what I wanted to bring up.
What album though?
It's the first album. It's called Beyond the Valley of the Murder Dolls.
Okay.
I like it. Like
So would you say from like track one, from the last track, like no skipper?
No, it's definitely there's some skippers.
Are you sure?
I think so. There are some songs I was.
So
like,
is this album really that notable for you?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Because the amount of stuff I like on the album overcomes what I don't like about it. So I would listen to it, like, no skipping, just to listen to it through.
Yeah.
But there are definitely songs on here that I could do without.
Okay. That's better.
Yeah. I'm going to start dressing like Murder Dolls. Though, so.
I hope so.
All right, who wants to go next?
Eddie.
All right. So originally I was gonna choose a hip hop album.
All right, that's enough time we got. Which one? I'll let you. I'll go. Go ahead.
I'll save it for next time because I really want to talk about that album.
Okay.
So I wrote notes behind this menu.
Is that a fucking school lunch menu?
No, it's his
the
work
old
menu.
folks, dude.
Hey, I was making a joke for the show.
What do they have today? All right, I want to start it off by asking you guys a question, and this is a dead serious question.
6 inches.
That's it?
What do you
Any
mean?
or outy?
What do you mean?
Of course I let you do that to me, dude.
Hey, that's big, right? Say it's big.
Have you guys ever...
Say it's big.
It's big, dude. Jesus.
I got your back, dude.
Dude,
Oh,
you
yeah.
got 6 inches
Trying to
on me.
boost my homie's confidence right now.
I got 6 inches on you. All right, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, I can't stop laughing, dude. All right. Have you guys ever listened to anything that legitimately scared you? That made you, like, that shook you?
Like,
It could be anything.
Yeah, when I was like in, I believe, 6th or 7th grade, I listened to Kim for the first time.
Kim?
That song by Eminem.
Oh.
Yeah, and I had like a CD player and headphones, and I was home alone. Yeah, I listened to that song when I was like...
Is that the one where he talks about like killing her?
Yeah.
Or something? Okay.
Yeah, that legit, like... I wasn't like terrified, like, oh... But I was like, should I be listening to this? Like, am I listening to someone kill a person?
Yeah.
Because I'm like little. I'm like
Yeah.
fucking 6th, 7th grade. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, he did.
I've
Wait.
never heard that song. I don't know.
No?
No.
It's pretty brutal.
Well,
It's
if you
whatever,
listen to it
Eminem's
now...
early shit or what?
Huh?
Well, obviously. Eminem's early stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
I can't think of anything like off the top of my head that just like brought that emotion out in me, I guess.
Yeah, I had a similar thing. Like I've never had anything. Like I've obviously, you know, some songs will inspire you, some songs will like
Yeah.
pump you up, make you sad, whatever. But I listened to something that legitimately fucked me up, dude.
Yeah.
To the point where like I was sitting on the edge of my bed, like just so disassociated and like just I didn't know how to feel. So the album is called Everywhere at the End of Time.
Wow.
Did you just learn about it?
I learned about it last summer.
That's about the time when I listened to it.
Well, who's the artist?
So the artist his name is Leland Kirby, but he goes by the name of The Caretaker.
Okay. I've never heard of this.
I can't believe you brought that up because that's some like gnarly shit, dude.
It's something I've been wanting to talk about
Yeah.
since I've heard it, dude. And just for some context, like well, let me explain what it is. It's a musical portrayal of dementia.
Okay.
And it is literally the most emotional, personal, scary thing I've ever listened to in my entire life. Like, and the crazy thing is there's not a single word spoken in the 6 hour and 30-minute runtime.
6 hours.
Yeah. So there's 6 chapters to this. So instead of it being like one long 6 hour and so thing,
Yeah.
it's about it's 6 different like stages, and each stage represents a different stage in dementia. And so it's about like each one is about an hour or so. So and it just, oh man, it's so fucking brutal. So let me read my notes. So
Hell
are you
yeah.
guys familiar with dementia?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I know that it's like that's one thing I'm scared of
Yeah.
in my life because like I know that I'm gonna die one day, and that's like
Not me.
same.
and that's already enough. you
Yeah.
know? And I know that I'm gonna get old one day. And
The
like,
deterioration process is very scary.
yeah, but dementia is one thing that I just like. I hope I never have to go through that.
Yeah.
You know, but I can only hope.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, my grandpa had dementia before he passed away, and it was brutal.
It's fucking.
Yeah.
I'd rather get cancer. I'd rather get
Yeah,
anything
dude.
else.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like I would rather like die in
Yeah.
my sleep. Like
And I mean, you guys know that like my whole life I've worked with dementia patients,
Yeah.
and I'm not like firsthand, like there, like I'm not a caretaker, but I've cooked for them, so like I've always been around them. I've bonded with them, like at least once a month, one of them dies. I might like that's just like the ratio, I guess.
Yeah.
So like I try not to bond with them. Like it
Yeah.
sounds fucked up, but like
No,
like,
yeah. You don't want to get that attachment.
yeah. So like I try not. It's hard because like some of them are so cool. Like I mean, dementia affects everyone differently.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you could even talk to one of them and they just seem like they're all there. Like you can have smart conversations with them, and I think the worst ones are the cases where they come in and they're still there enough to know that they have dementia. Like imagine that. Like
Yeah,
the doctor
that's
just
scary.
tells you, hey, you have dementia, and like it's gonna progress rapidly. Like I think honestly I would kill myself rather than go through that shit. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, I believe you.
Like
Like that's shit's
like you
scary.
should do it.
Yeah. Do it right now, dude.
Okay.
Fuck it. And then we record it.
I'm down. So yeah, pretty much dementia just it stops your ability to think, learn, and remember.
Yeah.
And like I said, like there's times where like since I started this job, it's been like I think 8 months or so, something like that. From that time, dude, like I say more than half of the residents that are there now are completely new. They've been replaced from people passing away or even moving out. And it's crazy because when I got there, some of them they're fine. And within a month or two, they just decline like crazy to the point where you can't even like have a conversation with them. Like you just can't. They're not there. And it's so fucking scary, and it sucks. Like I've seen them forget their own kids, and I've seen like their family members cry because they don't like their own mom or dad can't remember them, and it's terrifying. Like I feel so bad for them, and like that's why it's like my biggest fear. Like I'd rather go through anything than like I said, get dementia. But anyways, the album is made up of 6 stages that correspond to that certain stage of dementia, and as the stages go on, everything gets more disoriented and distorted, like dementia.
Yeah.
So the cool thing, each stage, each album has like its own artwork, and it represents that stage of the dementia. So it, like the album alone, like the artwork alone is just enough to like you could have a full episode on just the artwork. Like
Yeah.
like if you guys have time, like look up the artwork. And there's a video I want to recommend. Let me make sure I get it right. It's on YouTube, and like after I heard it, like I do what I do with everything I watch or listen to. Like I look into it.
You like dissect it?
Yeah, and there's a video called it's on YouTube. It's called the darkest album I've ever heard. And the channel is A Bucket of Jake. And the thumbnail says, "This album will break you."
Yeah.
And it's like 20 something minutes, but it's definitely worth a watch. He kind of dissects it really quickly and like breaks down. But when you watch that video, read the comments, because they will like you'll get so much out of those comments, man. Not only like personal stories, but you'll like the people watching will digest it themselves and like have their interpretation of what this means and that. But this album does something crazy that like I've never seen anyone else do. Like it literally make you like you can't remember if you heard a certain song while you're listening to it, because when it first starts out, the songs are like really clean. They have like little imperfections, but nothing crazy. And like as it progresses, it starts like getting so disoriented, and like sometimes they repeat songs from earlier, and you're like wondering, did I hear this already? Did I not? Like, am I tripping? And once it gets to like the last stages, it's just so much like fuzz and noise that you're kind of like it confuses you, and you like wonder like if you've heard it before. And then I got this from like a video. Like it said, one of the things that I watched, like people talking about it, they said that it eventually becomes like an I Spy towards the end, because you're trying to pick out like any melody that you can find,
Yeah.
like that you may have heard, just to comfort yourself from like all the confusing sounds that you're hearing. Like from all the strange shit, you're just hoping you find like a glimpse of like a melody you might recognize or something clear and clean.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking terrifying, dude. Like I'm telling you, like this album fucked me up. I did it while I was like wood burning, and like that's like I said, it's an hour, like it's 6 hours and 30 minutes, and the only reason I could listen to the entire thing was because I was actually like working on projects while I was doing it.
Yeah.
If I was like, I wouldn't be able to. Like it's just way too long. Like I'm not gonna sit there and listen to like this weird shit, you know? Like, but my notes.
Page 2.
The artwork, I wrote down the artist's name. His name is Ivan Seal.
Okay.
So I guess he worked with the caretaker and to like make these paintings for the album covers. But they're really cool. Like you gotta look them up. Like one thing I wrote down was for stage 6, which is the final stage. It's a picture of a canvas that's turned around. So you don't see what's actually painted on the canvas. You only see the back of it. And there's like a million different interpretations of what that could mean. And one thing I got out of it is like the memory is there. You just can't see it anymore. So like it's fucking everything's in your head. You just can't get to it.
Yeah.
You just can't see that anymore. And dude, like that image of that canvas just turned around is haunting. And the last minute or so of this entire thing is just complete silence. There's not a single noise. You don't hear anything.
Like silence. Okay. Like no noise. Like not even like.
I don't think there's white noise or anything.
Okay.
Just dead silence. And you know what that represents.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, when I got to that moment, I was like, fuck, dude. Like I was so scared. And like it's weird because like you read the comments and like everyone had like a similar experience to me. And like I've never seen artwork like this done before, where they take like a music piece that also corresponds with like a horrible disease that's happening in real life, but there's also like paintings involved, and like this is giant work of art that's just like magnificent. It's a good portrayal of like what dementia is like.
Yeah.
And one thing I noticed this for many years because I see it all the time. And people who do research on dementia, they all say the same thing. The last thing to go is a memory of your favorite song. Like you forget about your family, your kids, everything, every memory, but your favorite song, a melody, it'll stay in your fucking head. And I've seen that. Like family members will come in with a boombox or something, and they'll play a song for them, and they'll be bobbing their head, because like they're not there anymore, dude. But that melody, like they know what it is, and that's the only thing they can sense that could bring them any kind of comfort. So it's just fucking insane that it's like how much like music is important to humans.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man, like that shit, it
How did you come across this?
I don't know. I think it was just on like a YouTube recommendation, and like I think the picture that I saw first, because you can find the whole like uploaded thing together.
Yeah.
I found like one piece of it, and I think it was like this weird like abstract painting, and I'm like, what is this? And I started reading it. I'm like, oh, it's like a part of a bigger thing.
Yeah.
And then I looked into it, and that's how I found it. And then I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna play it. And I didn't know what to expect. And like when I started playing it, like I didn't know what it was gonna turn into. And like while I was fucking wood burning, dude, I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? This is fucking me up. Because I read like, oh, it's about like dementia and this and that. I'm like, oh, this will be interesting. And like, man, like it's definitely an album that if you ever have like a loved one that is going through that or something, like you should take a listen to. At least you can get like a glimpse into the world, into their world, and just kind of see like how it feels. Because this will like it's a pretty good like I don't know, like just like for instance at my job sometimes we get people come in and they have these exercises that we do where they put these weird goggles on you, they put like some weird insoles in your shoes, they put gloves on your hands, and they put these headphones on you, and they give you a piece of paper and they tell you, oh, you have to solve these like quick little things on this paper, and it's fucking impossible because you don't know, like you feel like you're unbalanced, your fingers like you can't pick up stuff, and it's supposed to be like I guess like a way like to like get into their POV, you know, like this is what they feel like, this is how hard it is to complete a task, because it's frustrating dealing with them, you know, it's like dealing with like little asshole kids, you know. And like I guess it's supposed to like you know like, oh, this is like, don't get mad at them if they're not listening to you, because you'd be frustrated like performing simple tasks like putting on your socks, little things. But I tried that and I was like, whatever, like, but this fucked me up, dude. Like this, like all I did was listen to it, you know. And it did a way better job of like making me understand and kind of like interpret what they're going through.
What kind of instruments are you hearing?
They play a lot of like old songs that sound like they're being played on like a vinyl. I don't know what the type of music is called, but
it's like super old school shit.
Like
I think I hear like trumpets.
A lot of like old timey type.
Like real like basically like if there was like instrumentals,
maybe like ballroom in the 1930s type of thing.
So you're familiar with it?
Yeah. Because like I told him, like I ran into it last summer, and yeah. But
well, how do you feel about his description?
It's accurate.
Yeah,
it's accurate. Yeah, like it's like, because before then I didn't think about dementia. But after I ran into that video, and I also watched the video you mentioned, the This Album Broke Me or whatever. That's when like I started telling myself like I don't want to ever go through this. I'm okay with dying, I'm okay with getting old, I'm not okay with that. Like that's one thing I'm definitely
that's
not
scary,
okay.
Man.
Yeah, like it's fucking no,
they don't I mean there's theories. One of the theories is they think it's like a elongated version of mad cow's disease. So they think it might come from meat or sugar.
So I'm fucked.
Cut it out.
So I mean it's a theory, but it makes a lot of sense because like if you look up like mad cow disease, like it's so similar. And like I'm like, fuck, I hope I'm safe, dude, because fuck that.
Hey,
you guys will take care of me though, right?
Dude, I'd put you in horrible situations.
I'd make you try like nasty food just so you can forget about it.
Hell yeah. Hey, I'm down.
But yeah, dude, I ran into it last summer because I was like, I got super into like digging through like rabbit holes in YouTube because I had just gone through something myself, and I had got rid of like all my social media, like I got rid of my Twitter, my Instagram, like I just like I got off the grid. And I was just like, and I still found moments like in my life where I would be like, you know, I kind of want to look into something, you know. So YouTube was always there for me, and I still feel that way because I still don't have any social media, so I'm always digging through like YouTube rabbit holes and like trying to educate myself in certain things, you know. And I ran into that, and then I remember I saw that video first, and then I heard what that guy had to say, and I was like, well, that's scary and interesting. And I had this office job in Arcadia, and I was like, I had my own desk, and I was pretty isolated from everyone. And I remember like I started my shift, like an 8-hour shift basically, and I pulled out my phone, and I put it on, and like I was like listening to it too, and I couldn't finish it because it got scary. Like I was just like, I don't want this, dude. Like I don't want to listen to this. Fuck this, you know. So I even had to put something like in like something happy on. Like I had to put like a happy fucking like Pharrell's like I'm happy, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I was just like fuck that, dude. And then I went through this whole rabbit hole of like looking into like the YouTube comments too, of like people just sharing things about like, you know, their grandparents or their parents like going through that, and it was just like everything I read, there was nothing where a person was like on the bright side. No, there was nothing, not one thing. Like,
have you ever experienced somebody with dementia?
No.
Like, having to deal with them?
No, like I ran into like, you know, old homeless people, you know, back especially when I was growing up in like LA County. And you know, like my mom would always like tell me like don't talk to them, you know. And like I remember like like I would run, like I would see them and I'd be like, what's wrong with them? And like I remember like I asked one of my middle school teachers once about it because I was like, how come they're so crazy, those homeless people, you know? I was like, well, some of them just don't have the help that they need, and some of them have like diseases in their head, you know?
Yeah.
And like that was the first time that someone had ever mentioned to me what dementia is. But of course, I didn't grasp onto the knowledge because all I cared about was Dragon Ball Z at the moment, you know?
That's what's up. That's what's up.
But it was like, I was like, oh, okay. But then, you know, being more an adult later on in my life,
Yeah.
realized that, like, man, that's scary, you
Yeah.
know? And, yeah, going through that rabbit hole of, like, this album that Eddie's talking about, I also started looking into, like, dementia itself. And, like, I even started looking into, like, doctors' like opinions and theories on like how it starts and why it's there and what can be done to prevent it. Like they're still trying to figure out like what can we do, because we cannot do shit.
Yeah.
Like we cannot do a single thing about it. There's not even like any medication, any sort of like remembering knowledge technique. You know how like you like some people lose their memory, so they give them like some certain like task or nothing.
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
Like there's nothing, and there's still doctors out there trying to figure out like to this day, and dementia's been around forever, and they're still trying to figure it out to this day. It's like what can we do?
Yeah.
Like, fuck. Yeah. Still haven't came up with one single thing, you know. But even like I remember looking into like brain scans as well, and like the brain, like I even looked at the brain during the stages that Eddie mentioned, and I was like, that looks scary that's gonna be in my head if I get through this. Because, like, your brain is like a sponge of muscle. And by the time you're at the last stage of dementia, it's like fucking Swiss cheese, you know? It's like an old, rotten piece of Swiss cheese in your head. And it's just like, you're just there with that in your head. And you're just like it's scary, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's why, like, ever since, like, last summer when I rented, I was just like, whenever someone, like, brings it up, I'm just like... You know, I'm like I told you guys, like it's like I'm okay with the fact that with the knowledge of that I'm gonna end one day, even that it's like I'm aging and I'm getting older, but I can't handle the fact that that's around and that might happen. That's something that I'm like fucking scared about, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's definitely something scary that Eddie mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a resident about 4 months ago. It's been a while, but he had got in there, but I remember I was talking to him and he told me, he's like, yeah, it's like my brain's not good. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, it's like the doctor said my brain's bad, and it's like I'm gonna have thinking problems. And he was telling me this. I'm like, fuck, dude. And he's like, yeah, he's like, luckily, like I have my wife and she's gonna do like most of the thinking for me and this and that. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Fuck.
He died like 3 months later, dude.
Fuck.
It was so rapid, and it's crazy because like sometimes like at my old job, I was there for 10 years or so, 11 years. And I remember we had one resident who was there for like 7 years. And she never seemed to progress. Like she kind of just stayed where she was. It wasn't until like the last like maybe 2-3 months that she was alive. It just like, it was rapid. Which is weird because like I'm saying, for like 7 years it was fine. And like those last 3 months, you know, disease like in its final... an incurable disease in its final stage, and it just wiped her out. And it's just crazy. Like it's so mysterious, and you just don't know.
Yeah,
you don't know when like it's gonna get you and when it's gonna...
I think there has been a new study that they're theorizing that you can figure out that you're gonna get dementia by the time you're like in your late 20s or early 30s, but you have to get like thorough brain scans.
Yeah.
They've like that's basically the only thing they've come up with where they're like trying to figure out the problem.
Yeah.
Where it's like they can figure out like in your early life that it's like, yeah, you're heading that way, dude.
We've had some young ones too. I think at my old job we had one. I think he was in his early 50s.
Oh shit.
He looked young too. And yeah, and he seemed like he was all there, but he would get confused too. Sometimes he'd want to try to escape and he didn't know where he was. But it was just like, man, this guy, he's only like 52, I think, something like that. And yeah, dude, like that's it.
Yeah.
And I till this day, like when I left, I'm like, I still wonder about him. Like, kind of want to text my old coworkers and be like, hey, is that guy still around? Like, what's going on with him? Cause I'm just so curious. Cause like I wonder if it affects you differently when you're younger,
Yeah.
and your body's still somewhat healthy.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, like I remember my grandpa having it before passing away, and it was just crazy to see like him go through that whole thing because like as a kid, like my grandpa was kind of scary. He was like the mean like old Mexican, you know,
Grumpy grandpa.
yeah, like so to see when my mom like started taking care of him because he was getting sick. Like the one incident that just always sticks in my head that like I always constantly remember is like my mom had called me and said she needed help picking him up because he was on the floor in the bathroom. And I was like, okay. So I remember going over there, and he's on the floor, no pants, no underwear, playing with his shit. And I
I
was
have
like,
some stories, dude.
and I was like, oh my god. And he thought I was there to take him to jail, so he didn't want me to get close to him.
Dude, that story's like hitting me right now because like I see that shit all the time.
Yeah, and like
Literally.
my mom, and my mom was just like, no, papá, es Fidelito, me va a ayudar. Like he's gonna help me. Like
He just
pick
didn't
you up.
recognize you, huh?
Yeah, like he's just like his mind wasn't processing what was going on.
Yeah.
You know? So like that, I remember feeling like heartbroken seeing that and just like, holy shit, like this is real. You know?
Yeah.
It's fucking scary. But yeah, I remember like having to help pick him up and then like hold him while like my mom cleaned him and like we got clothes back on him, and it was rough. It was a rough like couple months before he passed.
Did he ever go to a home or anything, or they just took care of him?
No, they didn't go. They didn't want my mom and like my tias, her sisters, were at the time were like, I'm not gonna put my parent in a home, you know.
It makes sense because I would say 90% of the residents at any facility I've ever been to worked at are white.
Yeah.
The ones you never see are Asians.
Yeah.
It's rare.
That's very rare. Yeah.
You see a few Mexicans, a few blacks, but
Yeah.
like 90% are white.
But yeah, like so it was never. I don't think it was ever even brought up to take him. He just stayed at home and he was in the hospital a few times.
Mm.
But it was weird. It was always like he always thought I was with the police. He's like he'd always tell me like he would like chuckle when he would look at me, and be like and tell me in Spanish like, "Oh, I know who you are. Like I'm not going with you. Like you're taking me to jail. Like I'm not going with you."
Yeah.
So it was rough. It was rough.
Mm.
Yeah, dude. One funny story, like one that's PG,
Yeah.
because I have like all the bad ones. But
Yeah.
like the last time I got physical with one of them,
Damn.
he tried to swing at me, like I caught his fist, and I'm like, haha, nice try. And then he fucking kicked my shin, dude. Oh, dude, it hurt so bad. I'm like, and he just started smirking. I'm like, all right, that was a good one. Oh, you got me.
I gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, dude. Oh.
Man, so it's a 6-hour piece of music.
It's over six, like six
6.5.
six something. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely put that like link in the description for people to like look into. That way they can get scared like us. Fuck them.
Should I put the video this album broke me, or just a link?
You can link that one, yeah. I mean, but there's a ton of videos on it. I've seen a lot of good ones, but that one's like the first one I saw, and that one it does an amazing job of talking about it and breaking it down.
Okay.
So definitely recommend that one.
That was a good informative.
I know. I want to have an episode and just like share about like dementia, the stories, cause like my stories are unbelievable, dude. Like if I was to tell myself that, like I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Like they're fucking gnarly.
I mean, I have a couple stories just because I used to work in the medical field, like doing
Mhm.
non-emergency transportation.
Oh yeah, I forgot you used to like. Did you ever run into?
Oh yeah, dude, I've been kicked in the chest.
Dude.
No, but I'm saying you ever run into like a patient that was just like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, like, you know what I mean?
But Noah has gone to my job, my old job.
Oh really?
Yeah. He said I've never seen him, but
I saw you.
I know. Yeah.
I was looking through the window, like, who the fuck is that guy?
But yeah.
No, I remember I saw you, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go hook him up with snacks. Like, I went inside and got like a goodie bag for you, and I went outside. You were gone.
Yeah, I was like, man, fuck this place.
Yeah.
It smells like bitch in here. But no, yeah, I had that job for 6 years. I did that job for 6 years. So yeah, I have some pretty crazy stories.
Damn.
I'm down to do an episode talking about shit like that.
Yeah, I want to have like a guest.
I think you guys should like do it together because like you were both basically in that field. Because I've never been in that field at all. I haven't even been around a real old person other than my grandparents, you know. But I think you guys should definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen patients pass away in front of me.
Yeah,
like
I've
seen
held
people.
them, dude.
I've seen people like take their last.
I got one
breath.
in a headlock one time. I'm telling you, dude. I got fucking.
I performed CPR on somebody before.
I would not.
Yeah, that was.
It's fucking nasty, dude.
Yeah, it was. It was gross.
I'm like, you're dying, dude. I'm not helping you on this.
But yeah, what you got, Birdie?
Yeah, how do you top that one, Birdie?
I can't. But it's pretty basic. What I'm.
End it on a happy note, dude. Come on.
It is like not sad music though.
Okay.
So like at least I'm not depressing like that.
Mine wasn't depressing either.
No, it was just kind of lame.
Murder Dolls Attack.
But I wanted to pick an album from a certain artist that I've been listening to a lot for the past like few years maybe. And he's someone that I just like I can't get enough of his music for some reason. And I wouldn't even say he's like a favorite artist of mine, but for some reason like every like one of his albums, like I don't skip any songs, like, and like it sounds pretty basic when you listen to it, and I think that's why I like it so much, because it's like simple melody infused music, you know. But the album that I talking about is it's called Ricky Music.
Dude, the girl? Never mind.
You're thinking of Ricky?
Yeah, Ricky's tight, dude.
Ricky's tight, yeah.
She's hot. Continue.
No, the album's called Ricky Music. But it might have something to do with that. Is that like an indie artist?
Yeah, kind of. She's like, yeah.
So we're performing with Coldplay.
Cold
Cave.
Yeah, never mind then. Cause this guy's like, well, the music project is called Porches.
Oh, okay.
Oh, isn't he a ginger?
No, he's just like handsome white guy.
Same.
That's what's up. You're a handsome white guy?
But his real name is Aaron Maine.
Okay.
And he's like based out of New York. But yeah, he does this music project called Porches, and like he's like someone that stands out to me a lot because like he's very experimental with like his indie shit. Like it sounds like someone from like this era time traveled to the 90s and made like electronic pop music and then brought it back over here to
hey, that sounds tight.
Yeah, like it's pretty gnarly. Like a lot of like the piano tones he uses, like they're pretty like unique, and like I never hear them like in any other songs, and if I do, it's like the song uses it just for like an instance and then it moves on to like a hook. But with him, like especially in that album that I'm talking about, Ricky Music, like each album, it's like each melody and each hook, each chorus, I'm like, oh dude, you can sing along to this, like it's so catchy.
It's just one guy?
Yeah, but it's like a music project.
Oh, okay.
So like he'll bring people in, like
okay.
he'll bring like different artists in from like.
But it's like his solo shit. Like
yeah, but it's like his shit, cause like he used to last year, or I think the year before, or I think in 2019 actually, he was like touring with like a band, but I think this year he's like touring too, but it's just him, like playing off of like a laptop and shit. But yeah, he's like someone that stands out to me right now because of how experimental and like not basic he is. Like he's a pretty unique dude to me, especially like if you listen to the progression of his music, because his first album had came out and it sounds really indie, like it's all guitar and drums, and then you listen to like his follow-up after that and it's like a drum machine and like some pianos, and then his album after that, which I think is the one no it's not, but it's like another album and it's like super like electronic indie sounding. Like he really progressed in like what he makes, which I like a lot in an artist. But and like his lyrics, I would say, have gotten kind of basic, because I remember like I listened to his first album he made, and like he talks about like doing drugs and like, you know, meeting people and like hooking up with them and like being sad. And then like on this album, the one I'm talking about, he's like just talking about how like just living his life. Like I can tell each song.
I
Like
feel like the living life is less basic than the drugs and hooking up, dude.
maybe I don't know. it makes
Everyone talks about let's do drugs and hooking up.
well, like it makes for an interesting story because the way that he does it, it's more of like this isn't fun.
Yeah.
This is sad to me.
Yeah.
You know, what
I get it. Yeah.
And like with like his like more progressive lyrics to this point,
Yeah.
it's more of like him like just trying to make you dance, basically.
Yeah.
But
Maybe you found happiness, dude.
I hope so.
Maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this album just it correlates a lot with me because like I'm like in a point in my life right now where I'm like trying my best not to like flip the coin
Yeah.
to the other side. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep it on one side.
Yeah.
So like listening to this guy's music and listening to what he has to say about his own life. I mean, it's nothing like oh my god.
Yeah.
like it's pretty basic, but still, I'm just like I want to resonate with that because it's just,
Yeah.
like, that's where I'm trying to keep my head leveled at the moment, you know. But yeah.
What was it called again? Ricky Music.
Ricky Music by Porches.
By Porches.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, he's like an artist that I keep coming back to because like his music is so full of like like melodies that get hooked in your brain.
Yeah.
Like I'll be at work and I'll just start humming one of his songs and it's like I wasn't even listening to that song that day, you know.
Yeah.
But he makes a lot of catchy music. But he's also like if you look at him, he's like a super social awkward dude. Like if you look up interviews of him, like he's like he never looks at the interviewer in his eye. Like he starts like sweating sometimes like during the interview. Like he starts like you can tell he's just like, man, I don't want to be here anymore.
My favorite artists, they all have that shit in common, dude.
Well, like
even directors,
like the stage fright or like or
they
social
just
anxiety.
don't like being in spotlight, dude.
Yeah.
They make the best fucking shit too. Like Harmony Korine, you watch like fucking like interviews with him. He's so fucking awkward, and like I think he might even intentionally be doing it like bad on purpose. But like, yeah, dude, like I think that shit's tight.
Yeah,
Like,
that guy's definitely like interesting in that way. But he's also like a very fashionable person.
Okay.
Like, do you guys know who Gus Dapperton is?
No.
He's also kind of like in the same league as Porches, where like he makes a lot of like melodies that just hook in your head.
Okay.
But yeah, like once you look into like them, like they're very fashionable people. Like who wears like a blazer with like a regular shirt, but it doesn't look pretentious. Like it just makes it look very fashionable.
Yeah.
Because there's just like some people out there that can pull that off, and he's definitely one of those heads, you know. But yeah.
That's tight. Hell yeah. How'd you come across it?
Like
one of your rabbit holes or
YouTube, yeah, YouTube, because and this was like before I decided to get rid of all my social media, because I was working for my friend. He owns like a chain of video game stores.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he had hit me up. He was like, hey, a few people quit on me. Do you think you can I'll pay you like $100 a day every time you come in, and if you want, I can give you like a free video game.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is like how I ended up with like some of those old school like carts. But yeah, like he would always like it'd always be like a boring job because it was like a video game store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like the only people that would come in would be like nerds and shit.
Hell yeah.
And like
those stores are tight, dude.
huh?
Every time me and you went, like it was tight.
Yeah. Like I did enjoy it, but it was definitely like it would get boring sometimes. So I would like.
I just like that it was like a real arcade. Like it wasn't like these fucking like barcades that are just super lame.
Yeah, because like that dude in particular, the guy who owns like all those shops, like he's trying his hardest to keep that era that happened in the 90s where it was like arcades and video games are cool alive like at the moment.
Yeah.
I think he's doing a good job.
James Games, right? Or Lost Levels.
Lost Levels. Yeah.
Lost
Levels. Yeah.
On James Games, I'm thinking of something else. Lost Levels in Fullerton. He has a Fullerton location, right?
Yeah, and he has a location in Claremont.
Okay.
Where Rhino used to be.
Where it's at where Rhino used to be or near?
No, like that location. Like
okay.
That, like shopping village or whatever you want to call it.
Because I've seen the location in Fullerton because it's next to a tattoo shop I went to. But yeah, you said it has like he's trying to keep that. I guess.
He's like trying to keep that era alive like at the moment, even though it's like it's just dead. You know, everybody's into like PS5s and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was like working at one of his shops and like I was like going through YouTube, and then it popped up and like the first song I ever heard from the dude was like I I think it was called Car.
Yeah.
And like even that one, it's like it's about a car. There's nothing interesting about a car. He doesn't even mention the make and model.
Yeah.
Like he's just talking about a car. But once you listen to that song, it's such a like, oh damn, like that was hooky, dude. That's why like I kept coming back to that dude because like he'll make a song about like a napkin. That's
but it's
like,
fucking catchy as hell.
Yeah, but it'll be catchy, and I'll be like, man, this guy probably just sits at home and he'll like hum himself to sleep, and then wake up and be like, what am I supposed to shoot? You know, like I'll sing shoot. You know, like I'll stick this melody to a song about shoot.
Yeah.
Which is right. I like the dude so much because it's like
that's tight.
Yeah, but yeah.
Porches.
Ricky
Music.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Well, that was our 3 suggestions. One about dementia.
One about cars.
One about cars. And one badass one. Riddles is tight. All right. Yeah. Thank you guys for sticking around as we went on our discussions.
Emotional roller coaster.
Emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, this subject was kind of like an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
Good
I wasn't
job.
expecting that one from Eddie. That one was
Yeah.
I wanted to save it for the episode, but I feel like if we're having like an actual episode about dementia, like we'd have too much to talk about.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I got it out of the way.
Yeah.
It's been in my head for a while.
But yeah, check out Murder Dolls. I'm telling you, man, it's good. Anyway. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking around. Find us on all our social medias at BetamaxULTD on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcasts. Just search Betamax. Share us with your friends. What's some music you guys like? Send us some messages, and maybe we'll talk about them when you do another music-centric episode.
We'll make fun of you.
DM Eddie, tell him how much you love Murder Dolls. We'll see you guys next time.
Keep moving, keep moving, keep flowing, keep moving steady.